what is your risk appetite? What risks do you want to take in this political environment when it comes to compliance? All right? If you want to take a great amount of risk, you are the biggest target on the outside. That's where you have no compliance measures in place. The bottom line is, if you have no compliance measures in place, you are literally at the highest risk category, and you're asking for trouble. As you move into the bullseye, there's plenty of things you can do to pay lawyers in your time of need. Some insurance policies have a rider. You could pay an extra $100 that says, hey, if ATF is bugging me, you'll pay for the lawyer. You can join a trade organization premium membership plan where they'll get you a lawyer if you get into hot water. But that is not giving you the least amount of risk exposure. That's calling when you're laying on the table, chest is open, you need the quadruple bypass. And you say, can you help? Now, the lawyers are happy because we're going to get paid, okay? But that don't mean you're going to live off that operating room table. So that is not what's going to keep you in business, having a resource to pay your lawyer. Now, you get that with FFLGuard, but I'm just saying FFLGuard is part of a bigger package. The next piece in is risk management with no legal counsel whatsoever. Less of a target, less risk exposure, but you're still exposed. Why is that? If you hired any one of these guys individually, to the right of Scott and to the left of Chuck, there's no attorney-client privilege. Anything they do in your store, if they're asked, they have to tell. In fact, if you're asked, you have to tell unless you want to perjure yourself. What good is that, to tell everybody what your dirty laundry is? This is why FFLGuard costs what it costs, because it's a risk proposition. We're risking that at $28.50 a year or whatever it is, you're going to use just about that amount of legal services for the year. If you have to use more, if you have to use less, at least you know what you're going to spend to have a lawyer with you from second one. Because the battles against ATF are won on the ground at, during, and before an inspection. If you get processed into the system, you're in trouble. It's very hard to get you out. And in 8 years of FFLGuard, no one who has ever come in cold has gone to a revocation hearing. Forget losing their license. They've never even gone to a revocation hearing. Because the short-circuiting happens by your counsel at the ground level, and that is inspection time. So the hardest target, the lowest risk, is having the combination of legal advocacy, lawyers, and the risk managers to help you stay out of harm's way. Okay? If you're ever wondering, why do I pay these guys my money? This should help put things into focus. If you have a large risk appetite, then you don't. If you want the minimum amount of risk possible, then you're with the right team.